Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for joining us. So I'm just going to do a quick little introduction of who you are. And everybody, this is Brook Benten Jimenez, and she's an exercise physiologist in Georgetown, Texas. She was named 2012's Austin's Fittest Fitness Professional. And she also contributes articles to our magazine, Texas Lifestyle Magazine. So be sure to check out her latest article about the Woodhouse Day Spa in Lubbock, as well as her fitness articles. And Brooke is currently in the running for Miss Health and Fitness 2020. So, Brooke, how did you get into fitness and working out?
You know, that goes for me all the way back to growing up. Before I would go to school in the mornings, when I was a kid, my mom and I would go to the track and run together. And it was every day, bar none. I remember one time it was raining cats and dogs outside, and we put on shower caps and still went out to the track and did our run. It was a little bit too obsessive with it, but I will say it wasn't just about the exercise. In fact, we weren't winning any races by any means. You almost had to hold your finger up to make sure we were still moving as we slowly trotted around the track. But it was much less about the running than it was this mother-daughter bond. And it was beautiful out through middle school and high school when other girlfriends are like oil and water with their mothers. Like, my mom is my confidant. I run with her every morning. She knows all about the boy stuff, all about the mean girls, everything that was going on. I don't know, it was just a way to keep us connected. And so that's really my start into fitness. It was not sports. Like, I was cut from every single sports team there was. They really did proclaim me the queen of off season because I was terrible at volleyball, basketball, any of that, but I could jog and I would go for a long time just running. And in fact, when I started college and didn't have my mom anymore to run with me, all those years when we would finish our 2-mile trek around the track, we would high five at the finish. And so when I started college and I'm running on my own, I would high five myself at the finish just to kind of channel my mother's energy still there with me in college. I was a little bit over-conforming to the running thing, and I was at Texas State, which was Southwest Texas at the time, from 2000 until 2004, and I became known around campus as the runner girl because I would run from my apartment to campus with my book bag on, all my stuff, and then after class with all my stuff, run back to the apartment. So if you were anywhere in the central San Marcos vicinity, you saw the runner girl from 2000 to 2004. But I also became a group fitness instructor in 1999, and that actually happened as a way of filling a void when I no longer was the feature baton twirler, which was my thing through high school. I practiced as if it was my job. I mean, you kind of have to when you're twirling a baton and it's going all kinds of places up in the air and you're doing acrobat underneath it and people expect you to catch it. So when I knew I didn't want to spend that much time baton twirling in college, I needed something big to fill that void, and that's when I found step aerobics, and it was like a hand in a glove. When I first started teaching group fitness, I didn't think I'd ever want to teach anything but step, but then it's a good thing I did because that's not really the popular trend anymore. Now I teach everything under the sun and really believe and love group fitness classes.
Yeah, that is so sweet. That story of you and your mom. Juliet commented, "That's a great story." I agree. That is such a unique start to your fitness journey. And the fact that you were a baton twirler and then you were a group fitness leader and you were runner girl around campus. The only time that I'm runner girl on campus is when I'm late to a class.
I'm sure you're in good company.
Yeah, but that is a great story. So thank you for sharing from your journey with us.
Oh, I think it's so important, and especially that mother-daughter bond. Sure, I've got a son. He's great. We do exercise together too, but there's something super special and necessary about getting your daughter involved.
Definitely, definitely. Me and my mom are gonna have to start, trying to motivate each other and work out together. Right now, our mother-daughter bonding activity is kind of watching Netflix. So
You know what? That's wellness too. Bonding, whatever it might look like to you. You just get a twofer when you add the exercise in with it.
exactly. So, Brooke, you write some articles, like I said, for us at Texas Lifestyle. So, how did you get into your passion for writing and into writing articles in general?
I actually, I changed my major a couple of times in college, probably joined the club. Most of us aren't real sure what direction we're going when you start college. So I was general studies initially, and then my first major I declared was journalism. I have always written like I speak. So when you read my content, you can almost hear my voice. In fact, those of you that are joining us right now, when you do read my articles of Texas Lifestyle Magazine, you're going to hear this voice coming out because I just wear my heart very close to my sleeve. And that really resonates with blog readers. And several years ago, I started a brookbenten.com blog that was really popular, and it caught the eye of Jenna Burgeon, who was the fitness director at Prevention Magazine at the time. And so that was in 2012. And it led to me writing hundreds of articles for Prevention Magazine. And then when I took an executive director job and I closed down my website and stopped writing and really found myself doing a manager level job. I mean, it was an executive director job. I was in a bunch of meetings, and my soul missed being out there, writing the stuff, teaching the classes, and actually doing the thing. So now I'm back to writing again, and I am redeveloping brookbenten.com. So that blog will be back up and running again sometime, hopefully by October.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Thank you.
I love reading your articles because you're right. Your voice really does shine through, and it just feels like you're having a conversation with us. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's in the Woodhouse Day Spa article I wrote about the closest thing I've had to relaxing in a chaise lounge with a glass of wine is shoving Cheeto dust off of my futon while a child asks for more orange juice or apple juice. That is life here as a mom during 2020.
yeah. So how old is, you said you had a son, right? How old is
Yes,
he?
I have a 7-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter.
Oh,
Um,
sweet.
yeah, they're my everything.
So how have you been dealing with like quarantine with them, and like are they doing online school or anything?
My son is doing online school. My executive director job, I actually just quit that back in June when I realized, we cannot do this with my husband and I both trying to work and the kids and trying to do remote learning. I needed to go all in with them, and these creative projects too are really filling my cup. But as far as exercise goes, my kids have big time gotten involved during the pandemic because with not going to the gym, and I'm not, some gyms are back open again, but I don't know about y'all. I have no interest in exercising while wearing a mask. Really, there's no reason to need 4 walls and a ceiling in order to exercise. We found we get great joy out of just going for runs. It's safe, you're out in the open air, and my son is 7, my daughter's 3, so that's about 100 pounds of children I have in my double bob, and we all have our roles. Mom is exercising, Hayes is the DJ, so we have different tastes in music. He likes Imagine Dragons, I like 90s country, but he's the DJ, so he gets to do his thing. Juliana's the cafeteria worker. She's got the snacks galore over here in the side pocket of the stroller, and she's hitting them up with, here's animal crackers, here's yogurt covered raisins. So she's got them fed, and we're kind of that traveling DJ go because the music's just pounding out of my my stereo as he's making the jams go. But all around town, I guess I'm still a runner girl because all around town now, the kids and I are making quarantine exercise happen with these stroller jogs.
Yeah, now you're runner mama, right?
Yes. Yes. And even though they're just good for them to witness that we do this every
Lost
day.
you.
We do this. We get in the stroller and we exercise.
I lost you for a second there, but we're back now. So I think my
Oh, good, good. It's probably my internet.
it's okay. So, what do you do in your free time when you're, not exercising or writing articles?
You know, it. I am playing with my children, and it's kind of sneaky fitness. It is still exercise, but we are constantly on the go. So many of my son's friends are like this to their devices all the time. It is just this day and age that is so easy to entertain your kids with the device. And, there's everything under the sun on Disney Plus and Netflix and everything that they can just sit there and do. Not at my house, not around here. We play hide and go seek. We go outside. We'll put the sprinkler underneath the trampoline where it oscillates underneath the trampoline. It's kind of a poor man's swimming pool. So we'll jump on the trampoline with the sprinkler oscillating. We'll go to the pool. We are just out and about. I'll make up scavenger hunts. And like you guys, we're going around the neighborhood and we're going to find a yellow flower and a toy and a golf ball. And it's like, we'll find the yellow flower and a golf ball. And we can't find the toy. And I have to go to Target and buy them something. But at least they got the scavenger hunt and they're wandering around doing that. So it's 1,000% about the children right now. They're only young so long. And everybody says that. It sounds so cliche, but it was no time ago. I was a single woman, or married. We were married a while before having kids, but I cannot believe that they have gotten this old this quickly. And it's time to slow your roll. Well, 2020, don't slow your roll. 2020 is like,
Yeah, we're ready.
But,
Yeah.
but the kids, every chance I get that I'm not presenting workout videos or writing or, trying to do something to pay the light bill, I'm playing with my kids.
Yeah. So moms never really get a break, do they? But
Oh gosh, no. I'll be using the bathroom and I'll see little fingers come wiggling underneath the door. I'm like, just a minute. I do this quickly, but just give me a minute.
so Julie is wanting us to talk a little bit about the Miss Health and Fitness vote. And I was planning on asking you, so can you just tell us a little bit about the competition and how we can support you on that journey?
Oh, absolutely. So Miss Health and Fitness 2020 is presented by Muscle and Fitness Hers, and they're really doing an international search to try to find the woman that embodies health, fitness, wellness, and the way she walks and the way she talks. And I think that's me. I don't do this as a profession. I do this because what I was put on the earth for is to inspire other people to embrace activity, because it changes you from the inside out. It doesn't matter if you fit it in your skinny jeans. It matters how you feel, and it positively impacts everybody around you. So I'm just a huge, huge advocate of the power of movement, of physical activity. And so Muscle and Fitness Hers, the winner is going to be on the cover of the magazine. And then she's also going to get $20,000, which, you guys, I did voluntarily leave a six-figure salary in the throes of a pandemic when fitness has been just decimated. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to fall back on. I'm going to do some freelance writing. I'll present at some of these. I just got done presenting at SCW Mania, which is a fitness convention that's always been regional around the United States. Well, we're doing it over Zoom right now during this uncertain, crazy time. But I don't know how we're going to be able to sustain the same lifestyle. It was worth throwing in the towel and just taking a gamble to be with my children and make that happen. But the $20,000 really would come in handy. I always say that quitting my job was to provide for them emotionally. The $20,000 that is the award for winning Miss Health and Fitness 2020 would provide for them financially.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's, what you said is just so great about, you think that you embody that it's not about a certain way of looking, because I think especially with women today, we get so caught up in like the physical body and like what we're supposed to look like. So I think it's really great that you're giving a message of it's all about from inside out.
Thank you. I believe that because it has to be a lifestyle. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck in the same back and forth of, I have to be X number of pounds, whatever that number is. Everybody probably has a number in mind, but I need to be this, or I need to be a size that, or I've got a wedding coming up, high school reunion coming up, gonna see an ex-boyfriend, whatever, that I have to look this certain way. And you achieve that and you do these crazy things, you know, not eating any carbs or not eating after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever rules you put on yourself. You do that for a certain period of time, and then that gets real old and you want to go back to letting the good times roll, and you kind of go the complete other direction, and you live in this back and forth cycle. That's exhausting. That is totally exhausting. So I know sometimes balance can feel like this unicorn. We're all chasing balance, trying to find balance somehow. But when it comes to regular physical activity, not overthinking that I've got to do this because if I burn this many calories in the workout, then after 2 weeks of doing that workout and burning this many calories, I should have lost this many pounds. Come on. We don't want to think about the math like that all the time. Live in this constant number space. No. Just be healthy, move, eat well, sleep well, be well, and it's a wonderful way to live your life.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of living well, especially during hard times, do you have any advice that you would give to people like myself who are kind of in a workout slump? You know, it's so hard to stay motivated, especially when everything in the world seems so like drastic. It's just, for me at least, it's really hard to stay motivated. So what advice would you give?
I would definitely recommend getting outside with nature, whether that is taking a hike, going on a walk, going on a jog, but just taking the time to be outside and to appreciate everything around you, because the quarantine cannot take away the beautiful fields you see when you're out in the country, and the green grass is just amazing. In fact, when I'm doing my country runs, I talk to the cows like, hey cows, I'm so glad to see y'all again today. And when I see the flowing water in the river, when I'm running a trail around the river, like, water is the source of life. You flow and you flourish, like we drink you and we're able to stay alive, and you clean us. I'm so grateful for water. This seems kooky. I'm not kooky, but I am grateful, and I want to live in a state of gratitude at all times. And so getting outside really does that. The physical activity, again, is just a twofer, a bonus, but it makes me aware of all this stuff that isn't affected by the pandemic and by disease and by politics and all this minutia that we don't want to have to dirty up our minds with. Free your mind by getting outside, going on a walk, going on a hike, going on a jog, and just being aware of this beautiful world we get to live in.
Definitely. I think that is great advice. And on that note, you said that you were willing to show us one of your favorite workouts for energy. So I'd be willing to do that with you if you want to, you know, talk me through it and show me how to do it.
Sure. Yes, I would love to. I will say that during these crazy times, it's been difficult to get fitness equipment. Like, stores are sold out of dumbbells, and so you kind of have to think outside the box. Yes, there's plenty of people on eBay and other places trying to sell their stuff, but you don't need a fancy set of dumbbells. Get a water bottle. Just fill up a water bottle and you have your own dumbbell just with a water bottle. I can be kind of like, you remember on Forrest Gump how Bubba could tell you all the different ways you could cook shrimp?
That's
I'm
right.
kind of the Bubba Gump of lunges. I can tell you, you can jump lunge, you can power lunge, you can lunge back, you can lunge forward, you can do lunges with a kickback. We're going to do a bunch of lunge variations that all you need is your water bottle.
Okay, great. I will
Okay?
get ready for
All
that.
right. Yes, let's do it. And again, all you need is your body weight, and the water bottle is going to be in your left hand. So go ahead and take your water bottle in your left hand. So I'm going to be your mirror. In your left hand. And you're just going to take that same leg, step it back, and in. So the water bottle's in your left hand, you're stepping your left leg. Now you're gonna take your water bottle here to where it goes back, and you catch it with the right hand at the top to push it down. Okay, so that's going to be a lunge with a push down. Now you wanna make it a little bit harder? Gracie,
Yeah.
you wanna make it harder?
Sure.
Hold it back. You're like, not really, but we're gonna go there. From here, you're going to scissor down. So you catch that water bottle at the tippy top and push it down. Catch it with the free hand and push it down. So this is your jump lunge with the scissor. Woo. Next, hold it back.
Okay.
This is going to be like a cheerleading move for you. We're going to switch the legs and catch.
Okay.
Now switch and press. Yes. Switch and catch again. So just bring it back to your shoulder. There you go. Switch and release like this.
Okay.
We're going to put all those four together. So it's catch, press, catch, release. So if we were doing it in rapid fire, you really want to get your heart rate up, it would be boom, 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 go, team, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Always take your water bottle. We're going to scoop it outside the front leg, jump and switch, scoop it outside the other leg. So drawing figure eights with the water bottle as you do plyometric lunges. And that is going to get you to the other side. And you do those same things over again. So lunge with a push down. And then you could intensify. Scissor, scissor, scissor. And then that last progression was catch, press, catch, release. And if you wanted to keep going with that, you would return to plyo lunges with the figure eights. Oh, Lord have mercy. Gracie, that was only about 2 minutes of work. I got full body pumping. Amazing for the legs, amazing for the glutes. And you didn't buy any new fancy equipment, a water bottle.
And then you can hydrate right after.
Yeah, exactly. It comes in handy for that. In fact, some people want to hydrate during because then it makes your weight less as you're doing those lunges.
Yeah, wow. That one.
I know, right? And it's a do anywhere kind of thing. Like you can do it at home, you can do it outside when you finish your little jog, when you're connecting with nature.
Well, thank you so much for showing us that one. That was a good one.
You're welcome. And I will send that to you in writing so that you guys can share that again in case you forget. Now, I'm having amnesia with all the various lunges that we went over in this interview.
Yeah, those were great, and I will definitely be doing those. I'm going to try to do those to, boost my energy and get out of that quarantine slump.
It really does. Like I said, it's full body, it's metabolic, it gets your heart rate going, and I don't understand why people do exercises that aren't very intense, but they'll do them for a very, 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 very long period of time. Like, who has time for that? Even being a fitness advocate, everything, I hardly ever exercise for longer than an hour in a day. It's just a tough hour. Like, you get it done and you work hard and donezo. But short intervals are great, really great for stimulating your metabolism.
Yeah, so that exercise for all our viewers, if you're mothers or if you're just busy people, that's a great workout because it's very quick, but it gets your heart rate up, right?
Totally. I'd spend about 20 seconds on each of those moves and take about a 10-second break afterward.
Okay, great. So is there anything else that you want our viewers to know, Brooke?
Well, with this Miss Health and Fitness competition, it is kind of coming to a head this week in that we've been divided into phases. So we're in different groups. Number one in the group is going to move on to the quarterfinals as of this Thursday. Right now, I am number two in my group. So I need votes, and they are free. You just go to misshealthandfitness.com. You can search by my name. It's spelled kind of weird. There's no E on Brook. Benten is E-N. But misshealthandfitness.com/2020/Brook/space-Benton. Just go to misshealthandfitness.com and look up my name, or if somebody could make a comment of the site, that's very helpful, because that is a whopper of a URL, and I keep typing it like misshealthandfitness.com/2020/Brooks-Benton. But the free votes are what's going to help to try to catch up to the lady in the first spot in my group, and maybe move on to the quarterfinals. There's also warrior votes. With warrior votes, they are paid for votes that the money goes to Homes for Wounded Warriors. And last year, Miss Health and Fitness gave a check for over $245,000 to Homes for Wounded Warriors because of the money they collected for warrior votes during the 2019 competition. So that money really does go to the right place. I'm always skeptical with competitions like this, are the funds really going where they say it's going to go? And they are. And today they're actually, because competition is so stiff, misshealthandfitness.com is offering 2-for-1 warrior votes. So if you pay $1, I get 2 votes, or you pay $100, I get 200 votes. So it doubles the vote for the dollar amount, because they know that right now it's kind of disparate. It's kind of hard to catch the people if they've got hundreds of votes more than you. And there are a bunch of social media or social influencers out there that make it tough to catch up. I will say the lady ahead of me is in her 50s, and she's rocking it, and she's out there inspiring other people that it doesn't matter that you're older and, oh, this hurts, and, oh, it's harder than it used to. I mean, I'm middle-aged myself, but I think it's a great story that she's telling, and if I have to concede to her, I will do so with all of my support to this woman, because more than me getting this title, the world needs more women supporting women.
Definitely. You are such a good sport for saying that. And y'all heard her. If you're watching, you know, there's no excuse. The vote can be free, but if you're feeling generous, you know, put down an amount for that warrior vote. And Brooke needs the vote. She's so close, y'all. So
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be number 2, but number 1 would be fantastic.
It would be. So thank you so much for your time, Brooke. And to all our viewers, just remember to vote for her on Miss Health and Fitness's website. And the competition ends this Thursday, the 27th at 11 p.m. Is that right?
That's the group phase ends this Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern time, and that's when it goes on into the quarterfinals. I am hopeful that for the quarterfinals, the powers that be allow us to share our story and really show that we talk the talk, to where this isn't so much just a popularity vote and constantly accosting our social media friends and family, and what I call family, some of your friends that are like family, and they stick with you and keep voting for you every day, and they're like, are we going to ever get to stop voting? But I deeply, deeply appreciate it. And as of Thursday at 11 p.m., that is when the person that's first in each group moves on. I do get asked how many groups are there, and I don't know. They haven't given us that information, but if you look up the hashtag on Instagram, Miss Health and Fitness 2020, there's something like 25,000 posts. So I take it there are a lot of groups. So to make it to the quarterfinals would be incredible, and still be a long way to go from there. But I believe the winner will be formally announced in October.
Awesome. So we really want to help Brooke out. So here is that link, and remember to just search her name and vote for Brooke. I've been voting every day for free.
Thank you, Gracie. I see Flatlands just voted. Thank you. Sometimes it's hard for me to see comments as they come in because it's so tiny on these screens, but thank you. And thank you for voting every day, Gracie.
And Julie put the link down there for y'all in the comments. So please visit that link, vote for Brooke. If you were listening to this live, then it's apparent that she is a great candidate for this. So she deserves it. Help her out.
Thank you. And do so maybe as you're on your walk.
Yes.
Get moving, get active. Don't just vote for me and not do something active yourself. That is voting for me, by getting out there and getting that body moving and appreciating this beautiful world we get to live in. Connect with nature.
Do those lunges, go outside. It'll make you feel better.
Totally.
So thank you so much, Brooke. That's all the time I have today, but it was great talking to you and hearing your journey.
Thank you, Gracie. I so appreciate it. You guys at Texas Lifestyle Magazine are doing a great thing, keeping us all entertained with amazing journalism here as we sit in the throes of a pandemic, hoping that it will be over soon.
Hey, well, we couldn't do it without you and your contributions, so.
Thank you. My next one is the abdominal move you never knew you were doing wrong. So I believe that is posting, I think it's next week. So be looking forward to that.
Okay, keep an eye out, y'all. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and everyone go vote for her.
Vote, please vote and get moving. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.